kidneys. Hell yeah. How did I do that?
It's for you guys. The masks. How big is your team?
Between 10, 15, up to 20 people. Right here, Mexicali, US, Mexicali, and right there at the Fiji.
And they include doctors? This is part of your team?
Well, this one doctor right here is the one who make take the blood.
Why I got this dead at? I don't understand. Is this a set or is this real? What I got this here for? What I got this here for?
Out and take him to the laboratory so they give you the results that he's a compatible person.
Why do you go after the poor people to get their
It's
kidney?
not the poor people, because there's a plenty of people from the south that came looking for the American dream and this stuff in here. They don't have jobs, they don't have nothing right here. So talk to them and offer a easy solution. Because a lot of people know that you can live with only with kidney. He's gonna get out something on his body, but he will get well. I'm not a demon, I'm just doing my job and helping people.
He is a demon. What are you talking about, bro? Wait. Okay, wait. When you take out one kidney, are you fucked later on in life? Or how does that work? Or are you all good? No. Oh, so you're all good. I guess, like, what, you lose your redundancy, though? So it makes you more likely to be fucked in the future, but doesn't mean you are fucked in the future. Just listen to his voice. Clearly a demon. Exactly. Oh, dude, has he got the pirate voice modifier on? This is what a normal person sounds like when you put it on. Jesus.
Get some money for do that.
The organ trafficker tells me that he pays off corrupt medical staff to get lists of kidney patients in US hospitals. If they're interested in his service, they have to send him a blood sample.
So your US clients, going back to the US, because that's what I'm really curious about. So you have Arizona,
Yeah,
California,
water.
Nevada,
And closer the Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Once the doctor and his gang has tested the sample, he scours the streets of Mexicali for homeless migrants whose blood is compatible with the American
Are
climate.
they just on the Mexico border? It seems like a lot of weird shit's going on there, right?
He lets us follow him as he preys on the most vulnerable.
As soon as I started asking him how license trading engineer Mexicali, he started throwing up. Told me the problem that he had. So that's when we started to listen. I tell him that I got his money. Mira, tengo una...
That'd be pretty weird, right? Some guy coming up to you and being like, "Hey, so your organs, like, I could like buy one. I could buy, hey, like, it's about those organs there, but
Probablemente pueda ser tu solución a tu problema de dinero. Porque sabes que puedes tú vivir sin un riñón y tener uno más. Puedes dar 5,000.
¿Con un riñón?
Sí. ¿Cómo ves?
Está de pensarse, pero sí, se ocupa dinero.
Sería bueno que lo pensaras, porque todo es consentimiento tuyo y lo firmas y ya hacemos todo el papeleo bien. Y el dinero está aquí en efectivo. Pero solo tenemos que hacer unos exámenes para ver tu compatibilidad para la persona que tomamos el trasplante. Y seguro que quieres bien.
5K would 100% take it." No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, bro. You wouldn't take 5K for, dude. It's definitely not good to lose your kidney, bro. Like, I don't know much about kidneys, but no. Okay. Cons of losing a kidney. Let's have a look here. You can live with the removal conditions. While most with a single healthy kidney live normal lives, some experience complications such as high blood pressure, increased protein in urine, or even chronic kidney disease. The risk of these complications can increase with age if the remaining kidney develops a disease. I mean, reduced kidney reserve, need for regular monitoring, long-term health risks associated with. I mean, bro, it's not. You don't, like, dude, 5K or having more resilient health. I'm gonna pick the more resilient HP. It's like you're gonna lose. What? How much percent max HP? It's probably like losing 10% max HP or something, or 5% max HP for 5K. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's like 30%. It's not 30%. It's not that much. It's not that much. It's because you could just not have nothing happen and it's fine. Because plenty of people donate their kidneys, right, to their other family members. Have you made a massive debuff too? True. You could use that 5K to like get yourself out of a shittier apartment. It's got like bad conditions that you're breathing in stuff that's giving you permanent damage to your lungs or something. So I guess you could probably beat out that. There's definitely a situation for sure where the trade-off of losing a kidney is worth 5K. There is a trade-off. There is a trade. Well, 5K in Mexicali though, bro.
Sí, porque en la familia también pues y aquí pues ahorita está muy dura la cosa y.
Eso sería bueno. ¿Cómo tú me hablas en qué tanto tiempo?
To my left, there's rows of homeless people just laying on the street. And this guy came from that same alleyway.
People can live with one kidney, but it's a highly complicated surgery. Only the most desperate would place their life in the hands of a black market surgeon.
Organ trafficking, organ harvesting is a hideous crime.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't really want a hobo kidney. Like, I don't want like a hobo kidney, bro. Okay, nah.
For the facilitators, this is just business. They see these people as money, you know. And because they're vulnerable, because there's nobody to defend them there, many of these people are also tricked into it. They will, even tell them you're young, you know, your kidney will grow back, which obviously is a medical impossibility. I mean, there are so many risks involved with these illegal surgeries that are performed in places that sometimes aren't even hospitals, in places, you know, where there's no hygiene. A lot of these people may become sick. It can also be deadly. A kidney can be sold with $100,000, and then the money that the migrant, the poor people get are a tiny fraction of that. So most of the money is left with the facilitator and the surgeon. It takes a network to develop this type of organ trade. And it's almost always across borders. Because in order for a facilitator of this organ harvesting business to be successful, to make money, they need to operate between rich countries and poorer countries.
This economic shit is just in everything. People do it with like buying games in places where the currency is cheaper, and then they just have it in the better country, or they get paid from one country, move to another country so they can spend more money there. Or you pay people to work in India while you're in fucking America. So then you like get really cheap labor, but then you get the benefits of it is what it is, right? This is just capitalism, isn't it? And it's the free market.
Or conflict areas and economies that are stable, because this is where the money is.
It's just messed up though, right? Rich people just taking poor people's kidneys. Although I'm thinking if I had to choose, dude, I'm thinking about a hobo kidney, bro. I'm like, okay, I can get a 5K hobo kidney or like a 20K non-hobo kidney. I'm probably gonna get the 20K non-hobo. I'm gonna get my all right, son. Daddy needs a kidney. You're gonna need to,
Pull me over.
You're gonna, hey, by the time you're old, they'll have robot kidneys. Hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? This video's nuts.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door.
Wait, this lawsuit's gonna be nasty, apparently. What is this?
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
This guy at the back's tweaking.
It doesn't matter.
He's tweaking.
You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
Huh? Wait, huh? Wait, what the fuck?
Can you pull that law?
Dude, this guy's on drugs. This guy's on drugs. I was watching him the whole time. He's on drugs. Look, he's freaking out. Either he's on drugs or maybe he knows he's about to smash the windows. So that's why he's like fucking flicking his mustache and moving around and going crazy. Maybe both. Maybe both. Maybe he's on drugs and he's... Wait.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit.
Wait, what was that? What? I don't understand what that is. What was that?
Show me your hands.
Here.
Bro. That's fucked up.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No, don't.
Oh my god, they punching him in the head again. What's up with this guy and punching people in the head? Wait, what's up with this guy? Wait,
what is your reason,
fuck?
sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No.
Is he even resisting? He's just standing there. There's two guys holding him up like this, and this guy's choking him down. And he just punches him in the fuck and just uppercuts him, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, this is fucked. This is police brutality, actually. And this guy's just been chilling. This is actual police brutality.
Stop fighting! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
Bro, shoot your ass now.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
Fucking stupid shit, bro. I was doing it, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
You
Yes.
have a lawful reason, bro.
Big knife center in here too.
To be honest, how long was he in his car fucking with them for? How long was he in the car fucking with them for?
You gonna throw my phone like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
Video.
It ain't gonna too late.
When they ask you to step out of the vehicle,
The other perspective. I mean, that's gonna have to be crazy. The other perspective's gonna have to be crazy. Like, what? Like, I don't understand what the fuck's gonna happen in this perspective. That's gonna, like, he must fuck with them so hard. I mean, I don't really understand how you can justify just because he did seem to be chilling, and then we get audio.
Florida.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, Florida 24 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I don't know how this.
You can't get his window down.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
77, 35. I'm properly driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
So wait, his lights weren't on. His lights weren't on, and then, well, he took us. I mean, he took a state to it. He is triggering the cop, isn't he? He is triggering. He is triggering the cop. Although he did say his window doesn't work, which is reasonable. So when he flung the door open like that, was a little bit alarming. It caught the cop. It definitely stunned the cop there. I don't know if you saw. Now he locked himself in.
25-70. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
Call your supervisor.
Yep.
What's the reason for calling me over?
second. If anybody responded, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please.
There's definitely could be acting a lot more cordial, right? Let's not get it twisted. There's certainly he's not being very polite, is he?
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir.
Yeah, no.
My camera's on too.
But
I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be.
I don't think you can punch a guy in the head multiple times.
Keep your hands where I can see him, sir. Okay.
It's kind of scary though, right? If you're a cop and like you can't see the guy's hands and he's in the car and he's acting erratic and close the door like that. You could like that would be like because he could just be whipping out a gun or some weird shit, right? Because he could be on drugs.
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window.
Yo, maybe he's like, oh shit, wait a minute. Break the window? Yo, I got insurance on this car. And I ain't done anything wrong. So they break the window, then I just get main insurance and I can get my window fixed. Maybe he's just like fucking metagaming. Maybe he's metagaming.
The door and exit or we are going to break the window.
Yes, he does.
No, he's under arrest. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Okay, when you see him say this and you see him say, I'm going to break the window, I'm going to break the window, definitely comes up.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
It was kind of just unexpected. He just like did it before, but now he said it like 5 times or whatever. Okay, it's definitely less, it's more telegraphed, you know? Still, the punching of the head is, it's ill insane.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
I mean, is it resisting? I don't know, because right now they just want to detain him, right? They're just saying like, yo, we're trying to detain your ass. And he's refusing to get out of the car. And they're detaining it. But then again, to detain someone, you have to have a reason, right? There has to be a reason. And they kind of, maybe the reason isn't good. Okay, yeah. He has a reason? Wait, so he didn't have his headlights on? Because it's, I mean, I'll be a real dude. If I'm driving around and the headlight, I wouldn't put my headlights on in this weather. If they're automatically going, cool. But, like, I'm not going to turn them on. I'm not going to be like, yeah. But sometimes I'll be, like, driving and I'll be like, it'll be at nighttime, bro. And I'm like, damn, it's getting kind of dark. What the fuck? And then it's like, wait, what the hell? It's completely dark. And then I realized my headlights aren't on. I was just using street lights. Have you had that happen before? That's happened to me multiple times. That's happened to me multiple times. Where I just so I'm just driving and it's just because there's lights everywhere and you don't realize that you haven't got your own lights on. And then the second you drive out of the light area, then you're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, if you have auto lights, then GG, I guess. Well, no, it's happened a few times in my lifetime of driving cars for many years.
Yeah, he's locked it up. He's putting the window down. The fast try to talk to 2574.
Oh, he's got the window breaker. This is when he's all fidgety and he's like grabbing a stash. He's like, yeah. He's changing hands again. He's getting ready. He's like, oh, fuck him. He's hyping up for it. He's hyping up for it. He's hyping up for it. His fight or flight's kicking in. Oh, shit. Oh, the fucking audio alarms are going off. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Hey, I'm about to break a window. I'm about to break a window. All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Here. 1033 at 1521 hours.
Step out. What is your reason? Step out now. No, don't touch it. Get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Jesus.
What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was gonna walk.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
Fucking 2%, bro. I'm doing, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
It definitely seems less bad from this POV, but it still seems a bit overkill. I'm gonna be honest. And the punching of the head just seems unnecessary. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like, don't get me wrong, the guy was not cordial, not polite, and he was very irritating for sure from the cops POV. But that doesn't mean you can just assaulting someone. Like, I get forcibly removing someone from a car, fair enough, but like you don't need to like, oh, let me just get a few jabs and fucking punch him in the head a bit, fucking slam his head into the ground. You know, like relax.
Yes, bro. Yes. Lawful reason, bro. You gonna throw my phone like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off now, man.
His face is bleeding.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
I'm trying to have a regular conversation. The cop replied, "That's not how it works." Get fucked.
So your partner didn't even ask.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is.
So why close the door if you see him pull up?
Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong, bro.
I don't know.
Can you back me up to the car so I can lean up?
Get his face bleeding.
Bro.
Spray from the other guy's. Spray the blood from the guy's face. Punching it multiple times.
25. So you can start rescue. 1067. Approximately 30-year-old Bravo Mike. Lacerations on the lip.
2570.
You're gonna be in trouble, Doug. I'll be honest.
That ain't good. I know. You should put some gloves on, bro. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your name? You need tissue?
He's got on his hand. I didn't get. Is he showing like, yo, that ain't good? Like, I got blood from the guy in his hand, or is he got? Did he hurt his own hands from punching the guy in the head like a few times? The guy bit him. Wait, he bit him? No, he just cut himself. He didn't see him bite. I didn't see him bite anywhere in that video. Was it glass?
You good? Yeah, you or him? Okay.
Why is he speaking in code? Why does he keep speaking in code? He's done it twice now. Is he because he knows he's been recorded? He's like not saying out loud because the cam's on. Bro, this guy's sus. This guy's sus as fuck. Is Mumbly turning his camera up now? Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, that's fucking, dude, that's a sus as fuck, bro. That guy's sus. Yeah, I mean, hopefully that cop's reprimanded and re-educated. And then hopefully people will be more cordial in the future. Lex Freeman be like, ... Bro, do you know that Lex Freeman is like not from his university was not MIT, bro. And it's actually Brixel or something. He's from like Brixel, but like he bans anyone who types it in his comments or puts it on his Reddit or and he just puts MIT over all his shit and it's like fake news. Yeah, I didn't even know. It's it's like a whole thing. He's like, no, I don't get it. If you got a PhD from university, why are you like insecure about that? Why are you insecure about that?
The following is a conversation with Satan, acclaimed CEO, entrepreneur, dear friend, and author
We're gonna
of the
solve
recent
things with lies.
best-selling memoirs, From the Depths I Shall Tempt Your Soul. Formerly known as Lucifer, Satan and I have become good friends, bonding over our shared love of literature, quantum physics, and creative methods of torture, like this podcast. As always, I hope to approach this discussion with empathy, to bridge the gap, promote open dialogue, and let love triumph over all, so that I can secure more AG1 partnerships. I'm Lex, and this is my podcast that I made.
Okay, dude, that's toxic, bro. That's toxic. Yeah, I don't know. It's there's some sus shit going on with Lex, though. Gotta be honest. There's some sus shit. It's not as clear cut. I thought, oh, he's just like some MIT guy who's made a podcast, and he's not, he's autistic. He's like autistic or whatever, so he speaks super. But then, but nah, he might just be an industry plant. Unfortunately, how is that funny? Well, he's taking the. It's called sarcasm. I mean, it's not super funny. It's just like it is what it is, right? It's what it is. Dude, the Dubai line continues. There's an update.
The single biggest construction project in the entire world
I'm gonna go
is now
here.
taking shape.
I'm gonna live stream here, bro. Whenever this shit opens, dude, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna travel there for like a week and do the line streams.
Saudi Arabia's The Line. Ever since it was announced back in 2021, many questioned whether something this massive could actually be built. A city that's 500 meters tall and stretches 170 kilometers across the desert. Then, when reports came out last year that the project was being dramatically scaled down, even more people started to doubt its future. But the latest drone and satellite images of the site reveal that construction is still very much underway.
Dude.
So what exactly have they built so far? And is the project still on track to finish by 2030? Hey, I'm your host Regis, and get ready, because today we'll be taking a look at the latest updates on The Line.
See it. I'm gonna see it. Give me some drone footage.
Most of you are probably already familiar with The Line.
Yep.
We've already made a ton of videos about it. But if for some reason you're not, here's a very quick recap. The Line is arguably the biggest and most ambitious project in the entire world. A massive linear city that's planned to be 500 meters tall and stretch a total of 170 kilometers across the Saudi desert.
It's like some shit they got on a sci-fi, right? It's like some shit they got on it, like actually. It's actually like in a sci-fi TV series or movie. There's like a city. Oh, it's just a big line. So we've got mirrors and shit. They got trains that go at this. It's really cool.
The idea? To completely reimagine how we build and design our cities. It will have no cars, no roads, and will be entirely powered by renewable energy. Once completed, the city will be home to as many as 10 million people. On the positive side, this new approach to city planning could lead to cleaner, more efficient, and more sustainable urban systems.
Super doubt, but there's no shot it's gonna look like this. No shot it's gonna look like this. No fucking way it'll look like this.
But on the other hand, it's also incredibly controversial, and in some people's eyes, maybe even dystopian, depending on how you look at it. The Line is part of NEOM, an even bigger mega project that's made headlines all around the world for its futuristic and sometimes downright insane plans. It includes things like a floating port city, a winter resort in the desert, and an entire coastal region with futuristic-looking tourist destinations. But The Line is by far the centerpiece of this entire thing. It's the one that's been getting all the global attention, whether for the better or for the worse.
Fucking send it, bruv. Fucking send it.
When the project was first announced back in 2021, it sounded almost too insane to be real.
اليوم بصفتي رئيس مجلس إدارة نيوم نقدم لكم The Line مدينة مليونية بطول 170 كيلو.
And to be honest, even today, it still sounds just as crazy as it did 4 years ago. Many people thought that The Line would never go beyond the viral renders and videos that were circulating online. But by October 2022, newly released drone footage revealed that the 170-kilometer linear city had actually begun construction. Massive excavation works were already underway. carving out a wide trench through the desert where the foundations of the line would eventually be built.
Can they do like just a kilometer of it? You know, like just, or maybe like whatever, 5 kilometers of it or some shit like that, just like to proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? Proof of concept.
What's
a
even
little test opener. You know what I'm saying? A little test opener. Yo, speaking of test openers, chat. He's coming. He is coming. Come on, boys.
more surprising is that satellite images seemed to suggest that they were actually digging the full 170 kilometers from the very beginning. The drone footage also revealed fleets of construction vehicles, staging areas, and entire new community fleets of
how many cars are there? Wait,
170 kilometers from the very beginning. The drone footage also revealed fleets of construction vehicles.
That's real? Wait, look at how many vehicles that is, bro. Look how many vehicles that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 29, 30, 41, 42, 53. I mean, dude, it's like, I don't even know. That's hundreds. There's hundreds. And they just keep going. That's crazy. That's crazy. But then again, what are they? They're taking like, think about it. Think about it, chat. The truck comes and it takes like this much. It's like, all right, I've got that much. And it goes down a little bit. But then again, if there's like hundreds here right now, and there's just a constant flow of them, and you're doing thousands a day, I mean, that would add up. Right, that would add up.
Vehicles, staging areas, and entire new communities being built up along the planned route. These developments were the first real signs that Saudi Arabia was serious about turning their bold vision into a reality. But by 2024, rumors started to circulate that the scale of the line was being dramatically cut down. We even reported on this development in our update video on the line last year. The main reason that things got scaled down so much? Well, they simply didn't have the money for it.
I reckon that's reasonable. Just do a bit of line. That seems like a way better idea. Like, you don't just like go raw dog full big dick and be like, all right, let's just do the whole thing like instantly. The cool thing about a linear city is you could just build another piece and then build another piece and then build another piece, right? So just make sure the land doesn't get bought up by someone else. You know what I'm saying?
But now, a year after our most...
The square. The rectangle. It's no longer a line anymore, dude.
Recent update video, there have been plenty of new developments surrounding this controversial project. One major development to the line's construction that happened after we published our video last year was the sudden departure of NEOM's longtime...
Motherfuckers got goddamn dual scimitars in their, like, flag.
CEO. According to an article by the Wall Street Journal, the reason for this abrupt exit is unknown. NEOM itself also didn't give any explanation for the sudden change. Around this time, 2 other senior roles within the project were also suddenly replaced without a clear explanation to the public. Now, this is only speculation on our part, but these unexpected changes probably had something to do with the project's downscaling. At this point, most of NEOM was already way over budget and way behind schedule. Saudi Arabia had to make some big changes if they wanted any hope of ever completing their mega projects.
Thing is, even if you have like infinite money, right? Let's just say you have infinite money. You can't just make the line, right? Like, even if I had a credit card that was infinite, you can't just be like, make the line. No, there's logistics there that would be insane and that would get fucked up. And there's just not enough humans with enough power and enough stuff to just make it. Like, you know, I mean, eventually, don't get me wrong, if you had infinite money and infinite time, for sure you could eventually do it. What I'm saying is, like, if some guy, like, even Elon Musk, right, even whoever, the richest guy, whoever like, times 10, was like, make the line. It's not like they can just be like, oh, there it is. There's gonna be there's gonna be so many logistical issues, and there's gonna be not enough resources. Like, think about all the steel you would need, right? All the glass, all the fucking wood, all the plants, all the. I mean, they're gonna have animals in there, right? I mean, they're gonna think of all the stuff. Think about all the shit they're gonna have. Just not enough. You can't just get it. You can't just make it appear. Money doesn't just make things appear. Like if I had infinite money and I was like, build me a fucking some obscene structure here in New Zealand, they do not have the infrastructure to do it, so they cannot do it. Now in America, you could probably get some crazy shit built if you had infinite money, for sure, because they probably have a lot of resources, and if you're paying the right price, then GG. But like, I mean, dude, if you're in the middle of a fucking desert, bro, there's only a certain amount of people, and a certain amount of trucks, a certain amount of resources. More money grows on tree. I'm just saying it's not. I feel like a money issue is not even part of it. I think even if you had infinite money, you can't just be like, make me a fucking spacecraft that takes me into space. Like necessarily, like that's the size of like fucking, Texas. You can't just do that. It's just limitations. There's just limitations.
Because of
resources, right, and logistics.
They decided to replace the old CEO with someone who manages the fund that's financing the whole Neom.
The ego, man, the ego of the human species. They think like, if I had infinite money, if we had infinite money, we could do anything, bro. Resources are finite. Okay, even if you have infinite money, resources are finite. Humans are finite. The amount of working power is finite. There's a limit. There's a hard limit on how fast they can build and how much shit they can get to a particular area. There's only a certain amount of like surplus steel. Okay.
Mega project. Someone who was already intimately familiar with the financial side of the project. This refocusing is likely what led to the downsizing of the line. Neom officials probably realized that the original plans were just way too expensive and unrealistic. Though they later clarified the change by saying that this was actually their plan all along. According to them, the plan was always to build the line module by module over the course of many decades.
Smart.
And to be fair, there's probably at least some truth to that statement. It's just financially and logistically impossible to build the entire 170-kilometer version of the line by 2030.
Yeah, there you go.
And its creators probably already knew that from the very beginning. It was evident that despite the Public Investment Fund having very deep pockets, it still wasn't enough to finish the line and the rest of Neom as it was originally planned. And frankly, it probably never would have, as cost estimates to build the whole of Neom in its end state have now skyrocketed to $8.8 trillion.
What does that number mean? 8.8 trillion. Wait, how much is like, what's the GDP of America or some shit? It seems, yeah, like $2 billion. Like 40 trillion. I just look it up, eh? America 2025. 30.5 trillion in the first quarter. Ooh. Gross domestic product. Wait, I'm just trying to like. Okay, I always just think of like GDPs and use that as a scale to compare countries, but I'm just trying to like imagine what GDP. GDP, what is? Total value of goods produced and services provided by a country during 1 year. Oh, that's not even that much. Monetary value of final goods and services. Those that are bought by the final user, produced in a country. So it's like how much value is a country outputting, right? Wait, so 8.8 trillion is like, you know, if you think about it, it's like a little bit under, I mean, it's like 1/3 of America's GDP. It's not that crazy. If their whole country was owned by like, you know, think about it. I'm just like, I don't know how I just don't know how this shit works. Isn't this country like 1% of people own 90% of shit or some shit like that? So couldn't like one of the guys, if there's like 3 dudes who own most of the country, one like, you know, just 2 of them combine their shit together and just be like 8.8 trill, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's USA, but I don't know how much these guys have. Well, I guess GDP, what is it? GDP, I mean, what are we even looking up? United Arab Emirates or something? that what it is? Oh, it's nothing. 500 billion only. Saudi royal family giga rich. Saudi? I don't even know. Saudi Arabia? Oh, 1.2 trillion. Okay, now you're cooking. So if one guy owned everything, he could, if they just did nothing for their country at all, and the country's GDP in PPP terms is estimated to be 2.7 trillion. Wait, UAE is fuck all compared to Saudi Arabia, apparently. Wait, who the fuck is UAE? What? I just figured that's like all this desert area. Like there's like, isn't like all Dubai and shit are all in the same area? Like there's just like, just making weird islands and shit, and just all sorts of weird, like, hey, we're doing a town that's like sci-fi, but then you buy it and then actually nothing happens, and then you just got scammed. You're cooked. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's all the same shit around here. They're all wearing similar micros, and they're all doing crazy mega projects that always fail.
Yep, you heard that right. $8.8 trillion with a T. Let that number sink in for a little bit. That's more than 8 times the entire GDP of Saudi Arabia. I think it's pretty safe to say that the original plans for the line will probably not be completed anytime soon.
Well, the PPP thing's 2.7 trillion, buddy, so I don't know where you're getting your numbers from.
But what about the mini line that we talked about last year? What's the current progress on that? Well, we previously theorized in our last video that the mini line could be built somewhere around this area of Saudi Arabia, known as Gayal. We noticed that there was a part of the excavation site that looked significantly deeper than the rest of the surrounding areas. And interestingly, its length almost perfectly matched that of the supposed length of the mini line. After careful analysis of various drone footage and animations of the construction site, we can now confirm that this is in fact the location for the first phase of the line.
Damn.
The first phase will include the so-called Hidden Marina, as well as the Neom Stadium, which will be one of the venues for the 2034 FIFA World Cup.
Damn, really? That shit is just like dirt right now. And it's going to be a fucking stadium with that's
one will include 3 modules that are at least 800 meters long and 500 meters tall. I know this is supposed to be the scaled down version, but even at this size, the project is still pretty crazy. Unlike we previously theorized, the Hidden Marina will not be located by the Gulf of Aqaba. Instead, it'll actually be built near the Gayal area we mentioned earlier, and it will be completely man-made. Excavation work on—
This is still cool, right? Like, dude, humans working together to make some crazy cool shit. That's badass. That's badass. It's fucking badass. It's not dystopian. It's not dystopian. You could say it's insane. It's a bit crazy, but humans working together to make some crazy mega structure shit is badass. Bro, think about how cool the pyramids are. Okay, how badass they are, and they made that shit like ages ago. Okay, think about how fucking badass those things are. Now, if you make something similar to that, like that's fucking poggers. That's badass. The aliens didn't make the pyramids, chat.
This part of the line has actually been underway since 2023. Based on the satellite images that we can see today, the site is filled with fleets of trucks.
Like, do you want to live in a world where there's crazy, engineering marvels that blow your mind when you go look at them and you're like, holy fuck, that's crazy? Or do you want to live in a world where it's just everything's kind of mid? I would love to have technological engineering marvels, architectural fucking mega projects that are just like you go there and you just, how do we even make that? That's fucking awesome. Nature's cool, and you can go to nature. Badass. Go in the forest, have a walk, go sleep in a hut, go hunt a deer, whatever. That's cool. For sure, you should do that too. But also, if you want to, go to some crazy fucking city where, some insane amount of money has gone into this one fucking structure, and it just is mind-blowing. I mean, dumb use of amount of resources. Well, I mean, dumb use of resources. Well, I mean, everything in life is kind of pointless at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter if, all humans go extinct or we all live, or just, who fucking cares? what matters is that you do some cool shit while you're having an experience and while you're alive. You know, so if you can make some cool shit while you're alive, that's badass. You know? At the end of the day, everybody fucking dies, right? And everything's pointless. We are just, slightly evolved monkeys, like, on a rock, fucking spinning around in the middle of nowhere. Like, what? Like, whatever, dude. Like, oh, it's a waste of resources. What do you mean? What's a good use of resources?
Are all busy with transporting
dude.
rocks, sand, and dirt away from the excavation sites. Zooming out, we can even make out what seems to be the artificial waterway of the marina that would eventually lead out into the coast. Additionally, drone footage of the site taken back in April 2025 shows us a much closer look of what's happening in each of the 3 modules of the first phase of the line. Module 45 seems to be well underway, with concrete works having already begun on the site. Piling machines already dot the whole area, which indicates that excavation on this module has already reached a significant milestone. Module 46 has seen the most amount of work, as it's supposed to be the part of the line where the hidden marina would cut right through the entire structure. This is also where the Neom Stadium will be built, about 350 meters above the ground. Think about that for a second. A World Cup venue built 350 meters up in the air inside of a skyscraper. Calling it insane kind of feels like an understatement. The world's largest piling exercise is also being done right here, as more than 16,000
Yo, is this shit like on like do they get earthquakes over there?
Individual piles will be placed just for this first phase of the line alone. For context, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai only required 192 piles in total to be built.
The Burj Khalifa.
Finally, Module 47 seems to be the least advanced of the 3, with excavation work on the site still in an earlier stage
It's a pile. It's a metal pole going into the ground. So it's like a sinking a big ass fucking pole on the ground, and then it's like a sticks. So you imagine like the thing gets. It's basically so it's giga. It's not like you just put a building down on the ground. You put it on piles, which are going deep, 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 deep. So then you can fucking have mean. It's like if you put a stick in the ground just lightly versus like fucking ramming it in the ground, right?
Development. Aside from the 3 main modules, another notable development on the construction site is the dewatering setup. A massive system of pumps, channels, reservoir, and pipes that are designed to keep groundwater out of the excavation trench before work on the foundations themselves could begin. This whole system can also be seen clearly on Google Maps, where you can perfectly trace how water is transported from the excavation site all the way to the Red Sea. The line's COO also shared with the public various images taken back in April, showing us the progress on the line as well as different parts of Neom. One of these images shows us a long concrete trench with pipes seemingly going right through the middle. Some online...
It's crazy that no one gives a fuck. Like, this is interesting to me. I don't even live in... If I was living there, I'd be following the line shit like crazy. I'd be like fucking pulling out my newspaper and saying, oh, what have they done online today?
Sources claim...
What is this? Bro, what is this? Emote, man. Nah, that thing is not allowed.
That the image showed the beginning of the concrete works on the foundations of the line itself. But upon further inspection, and according to the caption of the post it came from, these are actually the water pipes used for the dewatering system on site. A different set of images shows us progress on Neom's floating port city, Oxagon. Its harbor is now beginning to take shape, and the surrounding infrastructure for the port itself has also begun construction. Other images shared include different angles of the construction site, the nearby wind farm, and a brand new camp for workers located just to the...
And the gulag for the workers. For the workers, like, fucking big ass metal fences around it. Like, what is it? Nah, what the fuck? Oh shit.
South of the line.
I mean, where do they got that? Wait, let's have a look at the work again. So they got like a swimming pool. Okay. They've got like some sort of recreational area. They got a lot of car parking areas. Okay. And then you got like a little hut for each one. This is kind of what it has to be, though, I guess. Dude, didn't that remind you of like a wasp's nest? the little comb structures, and then all these worker bees come out, and then whatever, and they fucking hop in their cars and they go up bzzz, doing stuff to go back to their hive. Oh my god! I mean, this is the thing. You have to work like that in order to build a structure like this. That's how coordinated you got to be. That's the kind of crazy shit you got to do because the amount of manpower is just like unprecedented.
Now that we've seen all the latest progress, what does all of this mean for the future of the line? One thing we can be very certain about is that the original vision of a 170-kilometer linear city by 2030 is now fully out of the question. Saudi Arabia is still moving forward with the line, but on a much smaller and realistic scale.
I reckon the only way you're getting that big is once we get robots that can make robots. Right? If we get robots that can make robots, and then those robots make more robots, and then those robots make more robots, and then you get to a point where those robots can then make the line, and then they just work overnight, and they just grind away, right? Just grind away. Dude, the replicators from Stargate, okay? Hopefully they don't just kill us all. But you get the idea. What is this, bro? Time to rate. What is this fucking... To QB... Save that for Clown Week. Save that for Clown Week, bitch. Save that for Clown Week. Yeah, but yeah, I think the only way we're getting this, chat, the big line, the full one, is when we get robots that can just work away, and they can make more robots, and they can just keep going and going and going and going.
Well, at least relatively speaking. Even this mini line is still very much an engineering challenge, the likes of which the world has never seen before. We're still talking about a 500-meter tall structure that's going to be built continuously for more than 2 kilometers. Just like we said in last year's video, that's like building 2 rows of 40 One World Trade Centers side by side. So even if it's only 2% of the original vision, this first phase is still going to take a ton of money and effort to complete. Some experts have already pointed out that this scaled down version alone could still end up costing up to $370 billion just for the first phase.
That's not that much. That's not that much.
2.4 kilometers. But if against all odds, Saudi Arabia actually pulls this off, there's still one huge problem they'll have to solve. How the hell will they convince 300,000 people to actually move to the line? And if for some reason they actually manage to do that, only then could we see a real chance of the rest of the line ever being built.
Wait. I mean, they could do it, right? They could obviously do it. But you can just incentivize. If it's cheap enough and it's nice enough, people will do it. But then again, they don't want a bunch of like hobos living in their line. You could just you could definitely incentivize. If it's like there's like a self-sustaining thing, right? Where you get like a certain nominal amount of people going there that are a certain level of skill and like reason to be there, that actually then gains value, and then more people will come, it gets more value, and more people want to get in, and then you get to that point where it just sustains, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a thing. It's called war. I'm not saying war. Don't force people to go there. No. If you get like enough badass people going there, and then you give enough, and you like do it in such a way, it's like gated communities, right? We were just looking at it the other day, or like a nice city. It's like a nice city. When a city gets nice enough, it becomes so nice that the more people that go there, the nicer it gets, and then the more people go. And then it actually starts being detrimental, and there's too many people, and the house prices go up, and it actually gets fucked. But you just have to get to that threshold where people want to go there, and then it'll just fill up. But I don't know how you get that initial burst of people. You'd have to massively incentivize the right type of people to go there. Lots of rich people who are smart. You know what I'm saying? Lots of people have got lots of doctors and fucking engineers and just practical. Maybe put some universities in there, stuff like that. Middle Eastern 9/11 Wait, what? Relax, GC. Jesus, why would someone want to crash a plane into the line? What the fuck?
So, what do you think? Will they manage to build the mini line And will we ever get to see the whole 170-kilometer long line? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Well, maybe if we get robots that can make it. Maybe. But yeah. I spoke to him. Dude, I don't... This to me seems like a bit deranged now. Like, this guy here seems deranged. Looking at his... I looked at his channel. It's all just, like, weird, freakish... I don't... Like, no.